Hey, my name is Phil from funnelscene.com. In this system.io course tutorial video, I want to show you how you can quickly and easily create a course that you can sell online using system.io. Now, if it's your first time on this channel, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe. Loads of good system.io tutorials coming out in the near future. And also, if you haven't yet got started with system.io and you want to get an incredible bonus, I'm giving away a course that I've personally created called Funnel Scene, which is going to show you how to get set up with system.io very quick. I'm also giving away templates, and you'll also learn how I've been able to create income using system.io. So once again, use the link in the description and I'll send you through that free course. Okay, so let's get started. There's two parts to creating a course inside of system.io. First of all is creating the course itself, and second is actually selling the course. So what we're going to go and do first is actually create the course. What you want to do is log into your dashboard, come across to product and sales, go to courses, click on that and let it load. As you can see, I've already got a few courses inside of here. What you want to do is click add a new course, and you want to name your course. I'm going to call this the YouTube demo course, right? Keep it nice and easy for me. And I'm going to put in a custom domain. I'm going to use my funnel scene domain, and I'm going to I might call it the YouTube demo. I've actually already got a course that's got that one. So you come down, and what you can do in here is add in a description about the course. You can also add in the theme if you want a different color than the classic, which is the blue. It's up to you. You can put in your name as the instructor. You can add in any code you want. So this could be pixels, tracking data, things like that. And then you can also add in your logo. And later on, when we go and create the funnel, this is where you can actually integrate your sales page, which means they could actually go and purchase the course, and it links to this, right? So that's all good. I'm going to go here, click on save. Hopefully I haven't used that one. Nope, so that's all done. So everything is good. So what we want to do now is actually start creating our outline. So it's built into normal courses how they're done. It should be done in modules and then in lessons. So this one can be called introduction, right? There's usually an introduction inside of there. This is going to be module 1. So that's the introduction, and then you can add in lecture, right? So let's just say you wanted to add the first lecture, which is like the training or first lesson. I'm going to call this the 1, and I'm going to call it welcome to YouTube demo, right? And you can have it either as a text or a video. I recommend just using text because that means you can drop in everything. If you just want to use video and nothing else, then you can choose video. Once again, I'm just going to choose text. Now you can have delays on lectures if you wish. If you're worried about refunds, if you're worried about, if you want to drip feed content, you can delay each particular lecture or lesson. It's entirely up to you. I usually just leave my course open so people can smash through it if they wish. So I'm going to click on save. All right. Now what I recommend you do is you spend the time actually creating what you want your entire course to look like in the first lecture. And this is before you start creating all the modules, before you start creating all the lectures. And the reason I do this is because you can actually duplicate it and then you've got already things to fill out instead of having to start from scratch each time. Now there's loads of information already on this page, right? There's lots of elements, there's loads of things inside of here. So what I generally do is delete it, right? So I delete all of that. It gives you a good idea where things are. But I like to start from scratch, so I'll drag a row in. I'll also put in a headline. I'll then drop in a video, but for me personally, I just like to drop it in here. Now, if you're using things like Vimeo and stuff, you can drag in the HTML, but most people will just use the default video. It's actually really quick using their CDN, which is cool. And then I usually put some text below it explaining the course, give it a little bit of padding. Or it's already created a new row. That's not quite what I wanted. So I'll just click on that, drag it a little bit like so. So we got a little bit of a gap there, right? I don't need this one here. So I'll just drag this out of the way and delete it like so. Yep, that's all good. Drag me back. Now I'll usually add a button to the bottom, right? And that's because sometimes you need a link to things. So I'll just drag a button to the bottom. Now, if you're planning on using more than one button, you could always put in a row and then you could drag a button into each one, right? So you could just duplicate it like that. So it's easy to do. And then if you don't need it, you just delete it. And now your template's pretty much ready to go. Now, this is where you would go in and change things, pretty much to your needs, what you visually like. I usually put like a module 1 here, because when I go to the next one, I'll just change it to 2, then I'll put the title 3, 4, things like that. Or it could be lesson 1, you know, depending on how you want to lay it out. But usually I just leave something like this. It's a very good base to start with. I'll go ahead, click Save Changes, and I'll show you what it looks like so you can get an understanding, right? So it's going to load. It says don't use this URL, that's fine. So here is the lesson. On the left, we've got introduction, then we've got welcome to YouTube demo, right? Got our buttons here. We've got our video, we've got our lesson, and then we've got mark as complete. So let's just say I wanted to add a little gap here. This is the time where I'd come back in, put a little margin at the bottom, maybe another 10, something like that. Click on save and go and recheck it. And you want to spend a little bit of time in making this, because it's nothing worse than going back and re-editing every single lesson, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty happy with that. It all looks good. The only probably last thing I'll do is bold it. I'm a bit of a bold guy. So that's good. I'm happy. Everything's good. Now it's time to actually go back and make the course layout, okay? So happy with that. So we're going to go back, go to the dashboard like so, right? And what I generally want to do is just start duplicating lectures, right? So I'm going to click duplicate. I'll do about 5 to start with, and I'll show you why in a second. So 3, 4, 5, we've got copy of, copy of, copy of, lots of that. So what we're going to do now is click add module, and we want to put in our second module. So I'm going to call this one getting started, right? Click on save. Now it's going to appear at the bottom with nothing in it. So what you want to do now that we've duplicated a bunch is actually drag one in. All right, simple as that, dragged it in. Now you can duplicate this within the module to create your lectures. So what I do now generally is create all my modules. So that's module 2. Next one could be getting traffic or something like that. Traffic, tsunami, right? Something like that. I don't know, I'm just making up modules here. But now I've got module 3, nothing inside of it. Once again, I'll drag a module into module 3. All right, so it's easy to duplicate. Now we've got 3 modules, and I'll do the same, right? So I'll just do it for 5 so you get an idea. So I could be like scaling your project, something like that. And then I could also just put in the last module now, which would be moving forward, right? So 5 modules. Now I'm going to drag a lecture into each. Oh, didn't allow that to go through it. Yep. And drag this one in number 4. Get in there. I think it's in there. Oh, it's up there. That's fine. Just drag it there. So we're good. So we've got 5 modules and a lecture in each one. Now, in my mind, I should already have an idea of what my course is going to look like. So all I'd need to do is duplicate the lessons inside of it. Let's just say the first one's going to have 3 lectures. Here's my 3 lectures. Now all I need to do is actually come to the cog here, edit lecture settings, and this is going to be where I can rename things, right? So welcome to YouTube demo is pretty good. Number 2, I would put here number 2, and I would change this to what you can expect, right? Click on save, and you can see it changes it. And once again, I'll go to 3, and I'll be like, before you dive in, right? And you can change when these get drip fed if you want as well. Like this could be in day 2, day 3, whatever. It's up to you. But that's all done, right? So these look good. So just to give you a preview, now that we've duplicated it, just to let you know, this is what the course is looking like so far, right? So we've got module 1, module 2, module 3, and then we've got all these other ones that need working out, right? So it's all pretty good. But you can see it looks really tidy, right? It looks like a very tidy course. We've got the lectures numbered, and then we've got the modules just left as they are. So that's pretty cool. And each time someone clicks mark as complete, it's going to increase their complete status, right? So that's all very, very cool. Now let's just say that you wanted to actually edit things and add in video, right? Just to give you an idea how to actually do these things. So first of all, I'll just make sure my sound is off. Click on video, and you've got a few options for uploading videos to the course, right? You can use custom embeds if you're using a third-party video hosting platform, something like Vimeo, Publidio, things like that. It's entirely up to you if you want to use those. Or you can upload a file directly, or you can use a link. Now, I used to host my own videos, which is good. But the reason that I think uploading the file is the best is because it's already using their server to load the page. If you load the video from their server as well, it's going to be much quicker. I had a few complaints that as it's two servers talking to each other, right? One for the video hosting and one for this, sometimes there's a little bit of lag and it takes a bit of time. So I highly recommend uploading the video, right? So just upload your video here. It's super quick to do. Doesn't take long. Then you've got a few options here, autoplay, and you've also got controls if you want them as well. So once your video is uploaded, go and change all your text and everything's good to go, right? It's a very, very easy process. So now we've got our course. Theoretically, let's just say I've finished the entire course. Everything is done. Now it's time to actually market it, right? So the course looks pretty good looking, right? Going through each one, filling everything out, adding on all videos, all that sort of good stuff. Now it's time to actually market it. So let's come to funnels. What we need to do now is build a sales funnel for this course. Now it sounds quite technical, but it's really, really simple. So what we want to do is click on create. I'm going to call this particular one the YouTube course sales funnel, just for ease of use. I'm going to use my custom domain that I've added, and I'm going to click on sell, right? So this is directly selling. Make sure you've got your right currency you want to accept as well. Mine default goes to USD. So click on create, and it's going to go ahead and pull up a new funnel. Now inside here, it's only going to show us two steps, right? It's really simple, the order form and the thank you page, right? So the order form is where someone's going to actually put in their information, their credit card details, and pay for the course. The thank you page is going to be after they've purchased, where they're going to get notifications saying, hey, you've got the course, etc., etc. So for this example, I'm just going to choose this template, click on select, and I'll show you how everything works. Now it's quite simple. So for the URL path, I'm just going to put here YouTube order form, right? I might put YouTube C order form just in case it conflicts with another one. And I'm going to call this the YouTube course checkout. Okay. Now what you want to do in here is it's quite easy. So in resources, this is going to be what happens after someone purchases, right? So you can click on the plus, click select a resource, and this is going to be a course bundle, tag, or physical product. So we just created a course. So you want to choose your course, and I just created the YouTube demo course like so, and I'm going to give it full access, right? So this means once someone's purchased, they're going to get access to this course. It's going to enroll them automatically. Now we've got to put on a price. So it's very simple as well. So price plans, click on the plus. What I recommend you do is just create a new one. It's going to be the easiest. And this is going to be the inner price plan name. So I'm just going to call this the YouTube C one-time price. So you can add one time, you can put three pay or subscription depending on how you're doing it. Price plan used in the payment page, I'm just going to call this the one-time price. Statement descriptor, what you want it to show up as. If you click on this little thing, you can put in up to 22 characters that's going to show along the bank statement. So I'm going to call this the YouTube course purchase, something like that. And then type, I'm going to call it a one shot. So one shot's just a one-time price, subscription and payment plan, pretty self-explanatory. Then it's going to ask you for a price. So I'm going to say $197. Click on save. And now we've got our price plan, right? So it's all good. Now we can have coupons as well if you wish. It's entirely up to you. And also if you want to have your own affiliates, right? An affiliate is someone that can market it on your behalf. And if they get sales for you, they just take a commission, which is actually what I've made majority of my money online with, which is really cool. And you choose a percentage. I recommend anywhere between sort of 30 and 50, just to make it lucrative enough for people to actually want to do it, as there's so many things that people can sell out there. So I'm going to go click on save. I'm going to click on view to see what it looks like. Now obviously you want to change everything, and to edit it I'll quickly show you. I'm not going to go too in depth with it because it's very self-explanatory. What you want to do is come inside here and just start editing things. Now for example, I don't want to have the row, I don't want to have I don't want to have half of these things inside of here. So what I'm going to do is actually just start deleting them, right? So I'm going to delete this row. Oh, actually I'll just delete things one by one, because it's very little, right? So there, we can delete the row. I don't care about country code or phone number, right? So I'm going to delete all of those as well. Okay, so delete. I'll delete that just to get to the blue one. There we go. Delete that. So I just want name, email, payment details. That's all good. And you can adjust and add as much things as you want inside of here. So I'm just going to make it all flat and the same. So I'm just going to delete a couple of these, right? And this is where you really want to put in things like testimonials if you have any and all that sort of good stuff, right? Might even delete that logo. So that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead, click on save, and this is all ready to roll, right? So once you've finally gone through and edited all of this information, you obviously want to talk about the benefits of your course, just to sort of keep people on the line and over the line, I should say, giving them incentive, right? Make sure that all the pricing and everything's right. Click on save, go through, make sure it all looks nice on mobile. You can check mobile by clicking that. So it all looks very good. So I'm going to go on the exit. Now we want to work on the thank you page quickly. Okay, so that's all set up. Thank you page now is just what happens once someone purchases. So come in here, choose a thank you page like so, and just click on edit. And inside here, once again, you can either send them to your Facebook groups if you have any. It's going to give them a recap of what they've purchased. It's going to show them all the information inside of here. You just want to sort of make it congruent with the sales page and your course, and tell them how you're excited and all that sort of good stuff. So I'm not going to worry about it too much, this page here. But once they purchase, they're going to be redirected here. Now, there's one more thing we need to do. At the moment, all we have is a checkout page, right? We don't even have a sales page. So we're going to go ahead and create a new step, and we're going to call this the YouTube course sales page, right? And you want to click on type and choose sales page. Okay, so click on save. Now this is going to be where you send majority of your traffic. No one's going to just buy straight off a checkout. You know, there's not enough information. If you've got to pre-sale something, a video, you know, all this type of information before people go to a checkout, it's going to, in their mind, tell them that it's a good idea. If you just send them to a checkout, it just feels like you're just trying to take money off people. So what you want to do is get your YouTube, your sales page ready, drag it to the top. So it's at the top of the sales funnel. And then you want to go ahead and choose a layout. You can either start from scratch or choose whichever one you want. I'm just going to go ahead and choose, which one's my favorite? Probably this one. This one looks pretty good. Click on select and load this page. Now this URL you want to keep handy, and you want to make a very attractive URL, because this is one you're going to be sending a lot of people to. Majority of people actually call this their primary domain. So if it is your primary domain, you can leave it blank, click on save, but you can only ever have one, so keep that in mind. So I'm just going to call this the YouTube C course, because I already have one, and click on save. And this is going to be where you want to edit things, right? So you want to come inside here and you want to add as much information about your course. Now you don't want to oversell them. You want it to just be attractive and curious building. You want to have a good video if you're into video, but the good thing about this layout is it's already pretty much here, right? Testimonials are a big one. You want to get rid of the pricing if it's a course, because you've only got one price. And in fact, the video itself should really talk about it. But FAQs are good. Who's it for, the product, all that sort of good stuff's good. A very good video will make it as well, which is really good. So I'm pretty happy with this page. Once again, this is just an example of how to actually sell your course. But what you want to make sure is on the buttons, you click on it and make sure it says here, next step URL, right? Which basically means it's going to go to the next step. So come through, find all of the buttons, right? And make sure they're set to next step URL. This means that it's going to take them to the order form. So keep coming down, each one, come through, and once that's all done, right, next step. Now obviously you want to change everything on here. Don't just do what I'm doing. I'm just showing you the skeleton of the sales page. I'll go into copywriting in another video, that's for sure. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, click on preview. Let's see what this actual thing looks like, okay? So I'm going to remove the question mark preview hash. So this is the sales funnel start, right? It's all ready to go. Let's just say I've got my sales video here. It's all very attractive. Everything's happy. You know, this is where I would directly sell people from either an email or YouTube video, things like that. It could even be a free training, which would then lead people to this sales video. And if you click on buy now, it's going to take them to the checkout page, right? Which is really cool. Then people will put in their name and information, and then it's going to enroll them in the course, send them to the thank you page. And then that's pretty much done. Everything in your funnel is ready to go. Of course, once it's customized, but less than 20 minutes, we've built an entire sales funnel, which is very impressive indeed. Now, one more thing we can do, if you remember when we went to the course checkout, we had an affiliate commission with the payout delay. what we can actually do now is list this entire thing on the marketplace, right? So if we come here to create marketplace offer, this is going to create an offer inside of System.io's marketplace. Now, just to give you a quick insight of what it looks like. So they've got I think over 8,000 people inside of System right now. And this basically means that those people have the opportunity to sell your product. Now, not many people are selling in here just yet because it's so fresh, but I'm sure that's going to change in the near future. There's only 48 results at the moment. But what we can do is click on create marketplace offer, put in an offer name. So I'm going to call this the YouTube C course, right? Put in a description, choose a category. So it's info product, choose the subcategory. So this can be money, I guess. Oops. Clicked off it. So I'll just retype that in. YouTube C course, right? Info product, subcategory money. Now you can come down, put in an image if you have one. So this would be a nice mock-up if you want to use one of them. Now, if you have an opt-in to promote, you can add in the opt-in here. I don't have any opt-ins for this funnel just yet. That's something you can do later. But I have got the sales funnel steps. What I can do is choose my YouTube course sales page and info page. I don't have one of those either. So the sales funnel step is basically the one we'll put. Then I click on save and it's going to get listed on the marketplace where people can go and register for your course basically and promote your offer and then hopefully start making money from it. So just another step you can do if you want to get an additional stream of traffic to your content. Just remember, you're going to have to pay them what you've decided in the affiliate program. But trust me, affiliates are one of the best things for growing either your sales in your business or growing your email list as well, I should say, and also increasing your income. Anyway, so that's it, guys. We've had a big training session, right? 22 minutes. We've created an entire sales funnel. We've created a course and it's all launched, all ready to roll. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, smash subscribe as well. And if you haven't even joined System yet, make sure you check out the link in the description. It's going to allow you to sign up for free. And I'm also going to be gifting you my Funnel Scene course, which teaches you all of this stuff as well as so much more, including free templates, creating and making money with System, as well as affiliate marketing. I'll give that to you for free. But more information about that down below anyway. That's it from me. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.